Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hull City in Football Manager 2018. And since last episode, that frustrating game versus Man United, I played one game and it was in the Euro Cup versus Vigo. And Keane was back with a passion from his injury, scoring a hat-trick. But this was actually a bit of a weird game, because as you can see, there were a lot of goals. 7 goals combined. But take a look at the timing when those goals happened. So the first goal, even though this game had 7 goals, the first goal of the game happened in the 72nd minute when we got to the lead. And then we scored in the 77th, the 86th, the 89th. And then we had 3 goals during extra time. We scored 2 goals during extra time and they scored 1. So basically the last... 20 minutes of the game was just pure madness. Because can you imagine a game with 7 goals with 3 of them happens during extra time and all of them happens after the 70th minute. So it was a crazy game, but we got 3 points. And actually, take a look at this group stage. We are completely dominating things. We have 9 points. All the other team has 3. So we kind of already has qualified. Yes, they can still catch us. There's still a few games left to play. But we have 6-point margin. We are set up for this. We are going to go through to the next round, I can promise you guys. Because not only are we undefeated, but all the other teams have managed to lose against each other and win against each other in a way that, yeah, it just sets us up in a weird way to a perfect situation. Today, though, is all about Newcastle away. And Newcastle is having a really, really good start of the season. They are currently in 5th place, and if they win today, and they have that home advantage, if they win today, they are moving up into a Champions League spot. So Newcastle have a great start to the season, will definitely be a tough opponent, and if you take a look here at their latest games, I mean, they have played some of the weaker teams. But at the same time, I mean, they didn't lose away versus Arsenal. That's pretty strong. But this is the first time they're up against us this season. And we need to show them who is the boss. And we are still dominating average rating. Look at this. All 3 guys in the top 3 of the highest rating is from our team. Makes me very proud. But if you look at the league table, it weren't long ago we were up here in Dreamland. Now we're not in Dreamland anymore. Now we are in Nightmare Land, because right now we're not even reaching the Euro Cup. So we need to step it up. But luckily though, there's very few points difference here. As you can see, so many teams with just 1, 2, 3 points margin. So if we win today, we can take a big jump up here-ish somewhere. Of course, there are some other teams that are still at 8 points, or maybe not. Actually, it's not. It's just us and Newcastle. So if we win today, we will actually overtake Newcastle. But it's going to be a very difficult away game. And if they win, they will be in a Champions League spot. So my God, they will be very, very motivated. And yeah, that's basically how we roll. Because of that Euro Cup game, quite a few players are tired. That's why we are, as always, doing a bit rotation. That's why Brannigan is not starting this one. But... as you can see, Dembele is struggling with match fitness, but I think we should be fine. It's just a difficult away game, and we need 3 points desperately, because if we don't take 3 points a day, we will start falling behind. But I mean, considering the season Newcastle is currently having, we definitely can't take anything for granted. We know it's going to be difficult. We know that we need to be playing on top. Hopefully, we can bring some of that goal-scoring morale with us from last game. Because we're gonna need it, but we'll have to wait and see. It's game on. It's Newcastle versus Hull. We are playing at St James's Park, so Newcastle have that home advantage. But we are Hull, and we are here for 3 points. Time to show it, lads. And I hope you guys will show a little bit more passion compared to the Man United game, because that was frustrating. At least part of it was. Here is Afonso Sosa. Trying to reach Gnabry, but I'm not sure what they were up to there. It wasn't that bad of a pass, but I feel like Gnabry could have done more to win it. Here's Paslak though on the right flank. He goes for Chamberlain. Sosa Haslak has a lot of space here on the right flank, working his way into the box. A long cross for Lapadula. And the man, the myth, the legend, the goal-scoring machine, Gianluca Lapadula. He scores once again. He is the top goal scorer currently in the Premiership, and he wants to stay there. And he's the lad we turned down 40 million euros for in just a few weeks ago. 40 million euros. But what's 40 million euros to that header? Nothing. With that said, if I get a 40 million euro offer during the January transfer window, well, maybe I'll change my mind. But I actually just signed a new contract with him, because after the season, he would just have had 1 year left of his contract, which means his value would decline rapidly. I mean, he's still old. He's 30, so his value is declining because of that. So I would probably sell him during next summer. But with an expiring contract, his value will be very low. Now he has like 3 years of the contract, and that will hopefully give us some more money. And it's Danny Ings, I believe. Yes, it's Danny Ings. It's, I think, was it Shelby? Yeah, I think it was Shelby that set Ings up, and that's the equalizer. Buffalo with the corner. Let's go back. Here's Shelby, and it kind of like bounces off Ings. Unfortunately, if our lads would have stepped up a little bit more, maybe it would have been caught in offside. And Chamberlain have picked up an injury, but I'll keep him on for the rest of the half. Here is some more Newcastle, though. I don't like it. This is not what we wanted. Intercepted, though. But as always, I'm complaining about it every episode. You probably are sick of hearing me complaining about it. But as always, we lost another second ball. And as I said before, please let me know in the comments if you have any great tactics, instructions to counter having your lads actually win those second balls. Because if we would start winning second balls, then we would win the Premiership. Because we are struggling so much with that. Here's Gnabry, and here's Chamberlain, and Chamberlain scores. And he scores 1 minute before I'm going to sub him. So what a beautiful way. Because, I mean, he is up there fighting for the highest average rating in the league, and he knows I'm going to sub him. That could have his rating suffer, so he know we had to do something special before I subbed him, and what better way to help your rating by scoring a goal. So yeah, beautiful, Ducks. We are back in the lead here, and just before halftime, going to be very psychologically for the Newcastle players having to go into dressing room, just conceding one. Well, we could dance out there, have a party, because we just scored, we celebrate. But as always, celebrate, yeah, but first off, don't get complacent out there, because I don't want you to start slacking off, lads. Don't want you to keep slacking. My God, 6.3 rating. Damn it. Actually going to speak especially to you, mate, because you didn't care what they said, so I need something here. I'm going to tell him I'm not happy, and that, at least that worked. He looks fired up. Now I need you to show it during the half. But we are going to sub Chamberlain. We're not going to risk anything. He's a very important player to us. So let's bring in Bowen instead. Have him go as an inside forward, because, I mean, we're not risking anything with the Ox. He's too important to us. But here is the second half. We are 1 goal up, but can't say we have dominated things. It haven't been that many chances, or not that many highlights. So we'll have to wait and see. Still focus here, see what happens. And here is Newcastle with a throw in. It's Shelby. Is he going for another assist, perhaps? Come on, guys. We can intercept the pass here. We can win it. But we're not going to win it if you just stand there. Come on, lads. And as always, we lose another second ball. Damn it. And here is Gnabry. Easy now, don't need to stress it. Lapadula is very lonely, take it easy. Safe passes here, safe passes. Here's Gnabry. Gnabry, can he break through all by himself? Yes, he can. He gets into an angle, but as a weak finisher, I feel like at least he should have been able to get it on goal. I really feel like he was out of the angles, so it's not surprising that he didn't score, but he definitely should have been able to get it on goal. And Newcastle a throw in here. Ings, the goal scorer, trying to get into the box. Gnabry picks it up. Costas, easy now. Safe passes here, pretty please. Nothing crazy. Nothing like that, giving it away. Oh my God. I almost gave up there. I was so frustrated when I was losing all those second balls and making bad passes. Like, it's one thing when the opponent plays great and outplays you, but it's so frustrating when you just give it away. Outplayed, I can accept, but not out passion, not out working, and not out like making an easy pass that the 12-year-old should be able to make. But yeah, I think it's time for some subs. Maya, he's actually improved a bit since I had that individual talk to him during halftime, but still, he's not doing great. He seems composed. He is pretty tired. So let's bring in Bragana, and then I'm going to wait with the last sub since we were forced to make that early sub with Chamberlain. So we're just going to wait a little bit longer before we make the last one. And here is Newcastle. Intercepted by Gnabry. Maybe we can turn it around. We have Lapadula. We have Bowen on the right side, going for Bowen. Can Bowen get into the box? We have quite a few players in here. Here's Afonso Sosa, and he goes for Lapadula. And what does our goal scoring machine do? Well, he keeps on scoring. Gianluca Lapadula. I'm still waiting for him to have his breakthrough in the Italian national team. Like, this has already happened like 20 times this save, because he doesn't get picked for the national team. He has 0 caps. But every now and then, like, I feel like whenever it's like international games going on, the journalists like ask me like, "Hey, do you think Lapadula deserves a call up?" And every time I say yes, I'm kind of pleased that he doesn't get the call ups, because it's kind of good for me that he's not playing for the national team. Because playing for the national team, it only means another risk for injuries. Like, for example, during the last international call up, that's when Keane got injured. Was out for like 2 weeks or 1.5 weeks or something like that. So if he's not playing international games, there's less risk of him getting injured. But still, I want to support him, so I say that. And it would be beautiful if he could be that late bloomer that has his main breakthrough when he's 30 plus. That would be fantastic. That would be beautiful. But our defense here, that's not fantastic. It's not beautiful. That was some really crappy defense. Come on, lads. Come on. So let's see here. He's having a bad day at Berg Bowen, but he's just, come on, can't do much about that, can we? So let's see who's tired instead. The Bell is tired. Sosa, but with that 9.0 rating, just staying on Sosa. So I think we should go with Dembele instead. And of course, Dembele, you know, he was injured recently, so he's lacking a bit of fitness and it's a tough schedule. So I want you to be a box-to-box. 8-ish minutes left of full time. Here's Brangan with a corner. All the way back for Bowen. Bowen, and that's Lapadula. It could have been offside though. I'm not celebrating yet. If it's not an offside... No, I felt it. I felt it all the way. Like, that's probably an offside. That's what I kept on cool. But if it wouldn't have been offside, it would have been the hat-trick. And then we would definitely have been dancing, celebrating the hat-trick. But instead, we see Newcastle break into the box, but Alberto Moreno picks it up, turn things around. Oh my god, that was a very, very dangerous ball. But this is a good result for us. Look at this. Newcastle, if they would have won, they would have been in Champions League land, and we would have been in Nightmare land. But after this win, after these 3 points, take a look at the table. We're in 5th place. 5th place is beautiful. 5th place, we are pretty close to a Champions League spot, and we are definitely in the Euro Cup land, and that's where we want to be. So yeah, we had to fight for it a bit today, but we are winning again in the league. Let's tell the lads that we are pleased. Well done, definitely well done. And I think I'm going to talk especially to 9-point rating guys here. And actually Sosa declined a bit at the end. He was probably tired. He went down to 8.7. But we are going to tell I'm very, very happy with you, mate, with Gnabry. I think we can tell it to Sosa also. We saw he was that 9-point rating until he got a bit too tired. So I'm going to tell him also I'm very, very pleased. So let's take a look at the league table once again. Beautiful. 5th place. The living dream. Still dominating the ratings. Oh my god, look at Lapadula. 10 goals. Look at this. He's dominating. Cavani, the new Tottenham striker. They signed him for this season. Well, Lapadula, the man, the myth, the legend. 10 goals in 9 games. I mean, last season was very good. Also, 23 goals in 33 games. He would have won top goal scorer probably if he would have played more games. Let's take a look at the schedule. Haven't quite decided what the next game is going to be. We'll have to wait and see. probably going to go quite a few, probably going to go all the way to Tottenham, because Tottenham is the next big thing coming up. And currently Tottenham is the team just ahead of us. So that's going to be a very, very difficult away game. But we love those tougher games so we can prove ourselves to be a top team. But as always, I talk too much. So that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one.